Hello guys, so welcome back. uh, I went out for a while, so I haven't been there for a while, but was just doing some creation that I'm going to launch on the YouTube, and it's coming within maybe 2 months to 3 months, but we shall see on how that occurs over time. But from the time that I've been out, I think much has happened. I think the last time that I was there, Bitcoin was at 25 to 23k. I think so, yeah, 25 to 23,000 dollars. And now we are seeing BTC at the price of 17,349 with the issues of FTX. So not a key is not a crypto. That's how easy it is to say. Not a key is not a crypto. So be careful with whatever you invest into. I think I'll be doing the sessions maybe twice a week or once a week, depending on the situation, because currently we are getting low volatility in the market. I think 2 times in a week is quite healthy compared to once in a week. So I think 2 times in a week is better, but I'll be doing the session depending on the circumstance. And currently I think we are in the the chart that you're looking on your screen is the Elliott wave. So it seems like on the weekly time frame we are on the 5th wave of the Bitcoin's price, the 5th wave, and some altcoins are doing well. Currently I think you can see that Ethereum has pumped on a 16% rate. Bitcoin has pumped on an 8.98%. Or Bitcoin on Binance at 9.31%, just on an average of 9%, just with a difference margin of a 0.31%. And now we are seeing a 50, 100, and 200 AMA. So we'll have a bit of some discussion with also what happened with the FTX. And I think within FTX that was coming, and there's another one that is also coming. I'm not sure. It's not 100% guarantee that it might happen. But I think another black swan that we might have is the collapse of stablecoins. So now I'm back. I'm fully back. I'll be doing this session, I think, this month and next month, and then I'll be customizing maybe the start of the sessions on my YouTube channel and how it will also be ending. So welcome back, guys. So remember to like, share, and subscribe the channel for education content. It's a crypto educational content only, nothing else. So let's begin. So first of all, I think we need to give a comparison with what's happening. So I'd like to start with what happened in 2018, and then I'll bring the same to 2022 to 2023. So I drew these lines over here because this is the session that I did, I think, with my I did this session yesterday with my private people, and now I'm doing it with you guys. This is just an analysis for BTC, so it's just a general overview on what's happening. So let's begin. So if you look at this chart of BTC at the price of from 2017, this is in 2017 chart, it was at 3,107. It pumped to 19,660. So if you can check over here, we've had if you can check over here, there was a huge resistance over here and support over here. Then immediately it broke out over here, it pumped immediately. After pumping, got 2 rejections over here on the weekly. So if you look at this support over here keenly, then you can see there was a bit of some resistance and support at this level. So it pumped above it, came below it, retested it, and then had a continuous pump on the market. Now what happened over there also, people are saying that now 6,281 was the bottom, because this is a huge support for BTC. So I'm also going to draw that line in over here. I think in small letters it will be much better. So this was the support for BTC in 2018. What did it do? It pumped, to the resistance line above 18,678, came down, then had a retest over here, and another retest over here, and then this is where the dump began with Bitcoin's price. So Bitcoin fell from 6,000. Let's look at its price. What price is it at? And there it is. So it's at the price of 5,710. Immediately we had 1 and 2. We had that crash, a capitulation crash. Then we moved up above now again 5,710. So if you look at this curve, how long did it take from this region to this region? Start from here until here. It took 154 days, and that's why people are saying that might be the bottom. Then let's take another one from here to here. How long did it take? It took 140 days. It took 154 days at this level, and it took 140 days at this level. After that capitulation pump, even if you're able to buy Bitcoin at the price of $6,000 to the price of 5,710, you still manage to get the pump. And what happened over here when the pump happened? If you look at this chart, when we broke down over here, there was another weak leverage candle. There was another candle that came out from nowhere on the weekly candle from 5,418, and it created a huge dump to the market until the price of 3,202. But immediately we arrived at 3,202, we pumped back immediately. And how long did we stay at 3,202? We stayed there for 140 days before the pump started. And the pump started immediately, especially when we broke the previous support, which is now the resistance. When we broke the previous support, which was a resistance over here, we had now that large wick of a candle at 1 bar, second bar, third small bars, then the last one until 1,347. So if you manage to purchase Bitcoin at the price of 5,710, then you had 2x your money by the time it was arriving at $13,000 to $14,000. But if you purchased it at 3,000, maybe $3,500, we'll be talking of maybe 4x your money until the highest price. Now, same concept that we might be talking of over here. So before I look at the other charts, if you can look over here, we've had a resistance and a support over here, the same way we had one over here. Same way we had one over here. And that's why I drew this line at another support, end to end, using historic chart. Then another support that is also there over here is at $12,000, where majority are saying we might be heading to 12K as the last point. That will be a local bottom. According to me, that will be a local bottom, not the bottom, but just a local bottom without any confirmation. Then we had a support over here, and then we had another one over here at 12K, and majority are now betting at the price of 12K, 12,463. Some are betting that the bottom of the price will be maybe over here, it's at 18,076, and that's why we've been hovering around this price. If you can look at BC today, we arrived at 17,989. Now it's coming back to its previous resistance. This was the support, now it's a resistance. Let's look at what's happening. Good. Now we pumped at that support on Elliott wave number 3, pumped above it to 4, then came back down drastically. So we've had a retest over here on 1 and 2, and then we've had another one over here and 3. Those are 3 retests. Now that went below that support level until the price of 15,754, now we are looking at a retest moving up, and now this one is now the resistance for BTC, and the resistance for BTC, we are now calling it out at the price of 17,810 is a huge resistance. The next support that you're looking at, since it broke the previous support, now that is a resistance, the next target you're looking at now is at 12,100, $12,463 is the next target that we're looking at. So whatever might happen over here is that we might see maybe a dump, pump a bit, get us another top, local top, move down, swayed, hit the bottom, and then maybe we'll have another one testing this previous resistance, rejection a bit, and then we'll move up. But this is just an assumption. This is just an assumption. Then after we've now dumped from that support of resistance, the next target is at 12,588, and then the another bottom that I'll be looking at, that's on the worst case scenario. I'm not saying that that will be the price of BTC, but I'm just saying on the worst case scenario, we are looking at the price of 5,526 in case recession occurs. On the other side, if you can have the worst condition that you are looking at, then probably I'll be talking of 10,263 can be another also bottom that you'll be looking at. And I think if you can be able to keep bids, on this zone, listen carefully. If you're able to keep bids from here to here, I think it's a good buying zone. I'll call this the demand zone. I'll call this the demand zone for BTC. If BTC is able to arrive at this level, then this is a nice demand zone for BTC. At this price, between 10,213 to the price of 12,588. But buying between 17,810 to the price of maybe 13K doesn't seem to be the bottom for me. I would call that a local bottom. In case of a recession within the stocks, then I'll be talking of 5,526. And if that doesn't happen, then I can call the bottom between 10,213 to the price of 12,588 to also 13K to 13,500 isn't a bad idea. Higher. Next up on something else that we are also looking at. Look at Ethereum. It's just the same thing. Ethereum has been having resistance and support on its previous cycle. We can see we've had 1, 2, 1 and 2. So if you can look at this chart on the weekly, we've had 1, 2, 1, 2, creating a huge support at the price of $112. And then as you can see from that chart, we've been having wicks down here, and the wicks are below $112. Now the wicks are at the price of $83 to $82, and then we move back up. We had another low over here again. We moved from 112 to 90, then moved back up. Okay, that was a huge support for Ethereum. Now when we moved back up, what happened? Immediately we moved above the price of 622 over here. Immediately we moved above 622. Okay, when we moved above the price of 620 to 622, then Bitcoin went parabolic from that point, and we now touch the price of 4,326. Again, we've now gone below that price, and now we've had another support over here at this zone on the weekly. We've had another support over here, and by that support, this is what I mean. This 1, 2, and Maybe we might have another one over here at 3. But might we have a week maybe to 622 or maybe to $600? Yes, I think we might have a week. And the demand zone for me, if you're able to arrive at that price, is at the price of 620 to the price of 600 to up to the top of what's price is it? 941 can be a nice buying zone for it. Not financial advice. I'm not saying anyone to buy at that price or maybe keep a limit order at that zone. I'm just saying on the worst case scenario, the best case scenario. So this is just for educational purposes only. Ensure that you do your diligence research. So I'm looking at the local bottom over here for Ethereum at $620 to $600, and then the top over here that I'm seeing is at 941. This will be a nice demand zone for Ethereum on the long term. Now when we move back to BTC, we have the 5 Elliott wave reaction. We can see over here, I'm going to delete these price just a bit. Nice. I think I've deleted majority of them. I think the chart can now okay, yeah. Now if you can look at this chart, first of all, on the Elliott wave, we normally start on 1 0. So we'll start over here at 0 on top where it was at 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then now the chart is getting slimmer to 4, and then where is the bottom of the 5? Is the bottom of the 5 at 10,223? Is that the bottom, or we are seeing the bottom of the 5 maybe at 13,126? So the best local bottom for me on BTC might be between 10,500 to 11K, and I don't think we'll stay there for long, but I think it might be a week for BTC at that point. Just a bit of a week for BTC at that point. Then from there, we can have another movement on the upwards immediately. Now, stocks were not dumping the way Bitcoin was dumping. But today, there's a lot of excitement. So why are we having a lot of excitement? The CPI data today came out at 7.7%. The last time the CPI data came out was at 8.2%. And the expected CPI was at 7.9%. So it seems the Fed are doing something for themselves. So I think the fiscal policies and the monetary policy tools are working in effect. But we also need to have a bit of some time to know how much, an estimation of time, how long will it take for the inflation to be tamed. You're now seeing it at 7.7%, and huge improvement from 9.2%. That's a decline of 1.5%. So there's a huge improvement on the inflation data, but we are not out of the woods yet. So currently I'm still bearish on maybe the stocks and then a bit of BTC. I'm bearish on both of them, but we shall see what will transpire later on at that time. So today the stocks has pumped, and I think this is the largest pump I've seen in this year. The S&P 500 pumping at 4.69%. The dollar has decreased at negative 1.96%. Nasdaq is at 6.27%, and then Dow Jones at 3.19%. So people are excited because it seems that inflation is being tamed, but the Fed haven't said that they are pivoting. So next month is when maybe we might be having the next meeting. I think the next FOMC meeting is next month, and maybe they are discussing about a 50 basis point, in which today there's been a rise on the chance that there might be a 50 basis point at a rate of 86%. Before it was a 50%, but currently now people are talking of an 85 to 86% pump to the Fed agreeing to a 50 basis point. So Apple is at 6.98%, Tesla is at 4.74%, and Netflix at 6.86%. And if that is the bottom at 10k or 11k, I really don't know what might make maybe Bitcoin to plunge onto that price. But I think Justin Sun has said that they're trying to find a way to discuss with that some bank to see how they're going to help out the retailers, you know, to be able to withdraw their amount on a fair level. Currently, I think FTX US has been opened, so people can be able to withdraw their amount from FTX US. But to the rest of the globe that are using FTX but not FTX US, you can't be able to withdraw your amount. So it's only FTX US that is open. So maybe they are in fear of the SEC. They won't want, you know, the SEC attacking them, telling them that, you know, the US traders and all this and all that, because US has regulation for crypto, not full regulation, but a bit of some regulation. But for the rest of the globe, including African countries, the third world countries, and some Asian countries, I don't think there's much regulation that's going to happen. So he won't be having a huge problem on the rest of the countries or the rest of the continents compared to what might experience in the US. So that's why in the US they're withdrawing, the rest can't be able to withdraw no matter how much your amount is worth. So please, please, please always ensure that you keep your funds on a cold wallet, not through the hot wallet. That is Binance, using FTX, using KuCoin. That's a huge risk that you're doing for yourself. And the funny thing is that I think USDT is losing its peg as time by time. USDT is losing its peg as time by time. Today is almost lost its peg. So as you can see, USDT over here lost its peg. It was now at 0.96 at 4:35 p.m. today. Yesterday, it also happened the same thing, that it lost its peg. So it seems like, you know, there's an issue. It seems like there's an issue with FTX losing its peg every time. So over here it was at 0.996, that ain't bad. Pumped again, dumped 0.96, then pumped up again. So people are saying that there's nothing to worry about. But I think if Tether drops that hard, then okay, let me look at this chart so that I can show you guys. If Tether is able to if Tether drops like FTX, now on the market cap of crypto, it has a 68 billion dollars valuation. If Tether is able to drop, then I think we might have a huge black swan, which might make Bitcoin's price maybe even to plunge to $7,000 or $8,000 or even $5,550, because majority of people have the amount pegged to the Tether, worth $68 billion. Then number 2, we have USDC, worth $43 billion. And then number 3, we have BSD, worth $22 billion. So I'll encourage you guys to please, please, please avoid keeping your funds on these centralized exchanges. That is Binance, KuCoin, OKEx, Karen, and the rest, whatever. Just use your custodial wallet, not your keys, not your crypto. And something that I've also noticed is that majority of investors or majority of retailers are buying things that they aren't even sure of. How sure are you that Solana will be there? Because I think within 24 hours we had, I think I mentioned that Solana, I think $1 billion to $300 billion was being thrown into the market for Solana, with an increase over 10% circulating supply. So I really don't know what happened over here, but I'll be checking out to keep up to date with what happened with Solana, and that's why Solana's market cap rank moved up from the top 10, and now currently it's rank number 12. So you can be able to check your historical chart BTC, let's say 2017, just to this snapshot. Okay, you can see over here we had Dash on top, we had Bitcoin Gold on top, we had EOS, we had Stellar, Neo, Quantum, BitConnect was also there, it ragged, Populous, OMG, Lisk is still there, Waves is still there, Tether was over here, so majority of people never knew Tether. Tether had its peg over here 1 to 1 at the rank number 24, and at that time it had a market cap of $1,129,000,000. To the rest, you have NXT, Hypercash, they're no longer there. XVG didn't do well, it's a privacy coin, it wasn't there. Monacoin, what's that? Dogecoin pumped really well, it did really well last year. Binance Coin was ranked number 36 at the market cap of $569 million. Steam is no longer there, Verisam is no longer there, Infinum is no longer there, Salt is no longer there, Komodo is there, Auga is there, PVX is no longer there, Golem is no longer there. You can see majority of these coins were no longer there. So I think some of you are making a mistake by investing onto some of these projects that are here. Are you sure of what you're investing onto? Because majority of retailers or investors never research on anything about crypto. The only thing that you will be doing is going to Twitter, going to YouTube, going to Reddit, going to Discord, going to all those social media platforms, and then you'll be seeing your favorite social influencer telling you, buy this altcoin. It might be the next 50x. This altcoin might be the next 100x. This altcoin might be the next 300x, and then you're buying it. Are you doing any research? Are you understanding what you're investing into, or you're just investing onto that project? So Quant, I think, is a good project. I think that's the only project I can talk about, but I'm not informing anyone to invest because this isn't, I'm not giving any financial advice to anyone. Matic is also doing well. Matic might also last. It does really well. You can see within 24 hours you've seen a pump of 31.9%. So majority of altcoins are going back to where they were, even without BTC going back to the 21k. So majority of coins are performing, such as Matic within 24 hours. Solana, it has also done well. We can see Avax has also done well. These are layer 1 scaling solutions. They're really doing well. Cosmos also doing well as a layer 1 scaling solution to 14.3%. Which other layer 1 are we having as a performer? Chili's, because of the World Cup, it will be pumping continuously. That is if BTC stagnates or pumps. Lido as a decentralized finance, DeFi. Maker, 28.8%. Which other project? The rest of the projects I really don't know, but those are the projects I think that are doing well, that are on top 100. So that's my point about BTC. So might we have another crash? I think we're just having a relief on the stocks, but the inflation isn't tamed at all and all. So I won't get excited or 100% excited that we've dropped. We can't drop any further. Yes, we might not drop any further. This 15,500 might be the local bottom for BTC, or that might have been the bottom. But I'm not in a belief that the bottom of the crypto markets at 15k. My orders, I think I'll keep them between 10,213 to the price of maybe $13,000. That might be a good strategic buying for I'll be buying those BTCs and Ethereum at that level. I'll be adding them to my portfolio, and I think I'll deploy maybe 10% or 5% or 15% or 35% or even maybe 100% of my portfolio at this demand zone for Ethereum and BTC. Ethereum, I think I've talked about between 600. Wait a minute. For Ethereum, the demand zone for me now, you can see it's between 941 to the price of 621. That can be a nice buying zone, maybe with a 5% to 100% allocation of my portfolio, maybe not. And then for BTC, then we'll be talking of between 10,240 to the price of 13,152. That can be a nice purchasing price zone for BTC and Ethereum, both of them combined. So I won't want to talk about altcoins at this point. I think it's better to be able to have the knowledge of what's happening on Bitcoin and Ethereum rather than altcoins. So majority, I think 95% of altcoins won't be able to survive this bear market. You can have another drop to 15k or maybe 14k or 13k. Majority of these coins won't be able to survive. So please, if you're dollar cost averaging onto any coin, you need to be careful with what's about to occur or what's about to happen. So I really don't know about the open network. I think it's a new project. It's already over here. Which day was it launched? I really don't know about this project. What's this? It was launched August 2021. Okay, it's fine. I don't know anything about this project, but that's how it is. So please be careful. No, be careful. Be careful. I think I'll be analyzing altcoins next, but I'll not be talking of the bottom for altcoins. Maybe, maybe not. But I decided to talk about for BTC. So we'll see. We'll see where the fifth Elliott wave will complete at. Is it 10,215, or is it maybe 12,897, or 10,403? Maybe, maybe not. But we shall see whatever shall transpire at that point. So you can also see other currencies are strengthening. The euro is currency, the British pound is pumping, oil is pumping on a very small level, stocks are pumping, but the dollar is weakening at negative 2.02%, and there are a lot of rejections for the dollar at 112. It seems it got rejected, and the next target that I'm looking at for the dollar is now at 103. Between 103 to 105 is also a target to look for either a bounce. If it's able to break at that bounce between 103 and 105, then we'll be talking as another support for the dollar, and the dollar will start weakening as other currencies begins to strengthen. Yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. I think we started today. I'll be informing you guys on more on what's happening, but you need to be careful. Please move your assets away from centralized exchanges. And yes, so currently I'm done. I think I'll want to go and maybe take a nap, sleep. I think I'll do another session with you guys maybe during the weekend. I think I'll be doing it on my private channel. Maybe having a bit of some discussion on some altcoins. I think it's better if I'm having a bit of some discussions and interacting with you guys if you'll be available during the weekend. For those that will also be there, I'll be opening up a Discord on the Telegram channel where I'll be also explaining and talking about altcoins and the new paradigm scheme that we are seeing, the new paradigm scheme tech that we're seeing in the crypto space. Yes, so remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to join the Telegram channel, the private, not the private, the public Telegram channel, I think the link is on the description. You'll check it out, and then from there we shall see what the level happens. So I think I'll be having an altcoin talk session on Sunday or maybe on Saturday. We shall see. I'll organize and I'll inform you guys on what might happen. So I'll wish you guys a fabulous week and a fabulous weekend ahead. So I'll have to leave you guys, and I'll say so bye bye and peace.